Everybody, welcome back. Mike here, down in the RC corner. Thanks for tuning in. We got an unboxing and overview. As you can see here, I have a four-wheel drive buggy 10 scale from ZD Racing. That's the Thunder series. This is the model B-10E. This is the brushless model, and this model also comes in brushed. And I believe there's two bodies that comes. There's the yellow and the white. I believe the yellow is the brushless edition, and the white would be the brushed. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure on that. And this is the brushless edition. It comes with a LiPo, 2400 milliamp hour LiPo, and a charger. I really like the box. It's actually quite compact, based on a lot of boxes you get for RCs. Over here just has some detail what's going on. Breakdown, that's the brushless model there. On this side, they show you what the brush looks like. You get the nickel metal battery and the 540 size brushed can. So that's pretty interesting, and that's what the white body looks like. I'm going to take this thing out of the box, and we'll see what all comes inside. This came to me from Gearbest, so thanks for Gearbest for sending this. Sit tight, we'll be right back. So here we go, guys. I'm really excited and pumped about this RC. I love the 10 scale stuff, and I have some things that are comparable. I have the 110 Vandal, which is a very popular series on my channel that was from Hobby King from years ago. And I do think I have the LRP Blast coming in, which is pretty similar to this. We'll cover that in the coming weeks as things get shipped to me. But right now we're going to deal with the B-10E. I'm a big fan of the ZD Racing, as you may or may not know. Back on my channel a couple years ago, I got all of the 16 scale, the original stuff. Check out those reviews. These are fairly high quality for the price that you pay. You get aluminum parts, quality stuff, and I think you're pretty happy with bashing these things around. Let's start with the radio. Different radio than what the box art shows. 2.4 gigahertz. You get a foam wheel. It's grippy. It's tight. You get some buttons here on top for reversing steering servo and stuff like that. Binding to the receiver. Steering trim. Steering dual rate. And stuff like that. So a decent radio. I wish it would have a throttle dual rate. And also on the back you can plug in a USB controller and use this as a gaming controller. Play things like VRC Online and RC Simulation. They're both on Steam. Lastly, it takes 4 AA's, even though the tray is all configured for 8. These old style radios used to take 8. Now they're down to 4. That's good to see. I'll put this aside. Here's the basic charger that you get. I'm just going to leave it in the box. It's the B3 charger, IMAX RC. Everyone's probably seen this. This is very common. One that comes along, it's 800 milliamp hour. So keep that in mind. It's going to take over 3 hours to recharge the battery likely with this charger. As you can see, it has the two cell LiPo and 3 cell LiPo balancing charge port. That's how you charge the batteries with this. This came with a North American plug end on it. It's a decent stock charger. I don't mind it, but I always recommend, and I get comments and quotes and stuff. People always on my videos always recommend you going out and get a hobby grade charger. You can spend about 40 bucks and get something decent. I have that always in my notes, and I also have details about this in the video notes below. On the manual, very good quality. Similar quality like if you get a Losi or Team Associated. It's got a glossy, stiffer front page. It's kind of even more stiffer than a magazine. And inside, they don't waste around much paper. They get right into the car and how it breaks down, how it works, what part numbers, how to build certain parts of the front end, the back end, the diffs, all that kind of stuff. The part numbers are all in the back. That is very cool stuff, and I appreciate that. Everything looks great, and this will be a very helpful manual, all English, perfectly laid out. Alright, now we're going to go take a look at the RC itself. I think it's a good looking RC body. It's not the best one you ever see. Now the writing on it is stickers, but the flames and the yellow That's all part of the painted scheme. It's backed in white. Stickers for the windshields. Generally, bodies on buggies don't take much of abuse because when you flip them over, the front shock tower and the rear wing takes the abuse. We'll put that aside and we can talk about the wing. I think the wing is really good. It's a basher style wing. It's a bendy plastic. It'll hold up quite well. Usually it's the mounts that hold the wing that tend to break more than the wing itself. But you may possibly get some snapping on these supports here between the lower and upper part of the wing. I'm going to talk about the tires. Tires look like to be a decent stock tire. They got square pins, but they're in a curved waved pattern. See if I get that closer for you to see. They look great. Up here they got foam inside, and it's a grippy compound. I think it'll do good on all surfaces. Of course, if you're racing, you would get better tires, but I think these will hold up pretty good on tarmac, and they will do well on dirt as well. So I wouldn't recommend this being in grass. It does have decent clearance. I don't know, but I wouldn't recommend running anything in any kind of plush grass, so you'll burn out the motor or ESC. Let's move on to the internals here quick. So you got a receiver case that's screwed down. Seems to be pretty waterproof. I don't think the car is waterproof, but that is good to see. Over here we have a standard size servo. The BEC from the ESC is stuck to it. And I'll leave a link and you can check the amperage. I believe this is a 45 amp ESC. I could be wrong. The motor here is brushless. It's got ZD markings on it. All the links to the product page will tell you what the kV of the motor is. It's got a Dean's connector, which is cool, and it has a great battery tray, which I'm used to for racing style buggies, and also this harness situation. That's cool. I have many batteries like this that the harness comes out, and it's just easy. In this harness, you can plug any of the batteries in. Note though, it says plus and minus here for the voltage, negative or positive, but it's very easy to get confused. If someone's talking to you at the time, if you've got a buddy or two and you're bending over, make sure you put the right color, red with the positive, black with the negative. And a lot of my RCs, I will put a red paint pen or something there, red sticker, so that it's an easy reminder if you're half your brain's tied up with a conversation or looking at your cell phone or whatever distracts you these days, something just extra to remind you that where the red goes. If you cross the wires and plug it in, you will burn the ESC out. I know this from experience. Every person probably has gone through it, but that's why I'm stressing this. Anyways, the battery, 2-cell LiPo, 25C discharge, 24 milliamp hour, probably get you about 10 minutes. I have more. You can buy more. 4200s usually come with the bump hard case. The strapping does here allow that, so you would put that in upside down. Anyways, it's a good thing there. This gives you many versatile options. Note though, the battery has to go in and the black wire goes through the chassis stiffener up here to plug in, and the balance lead is unplugged. You would have to plug it back in to charge. Got a cool servo saver system over here, so that's good. So they'll serve your servo in case you bounce off a curb or hit a big rock. Probably minimize the damage. We got a metal, aluminum, looks like, or metal drive shaft anodized in blue. That's good to see. The linkages here are not adjustable, so thick plastic. So that tells you it's a bit of a basher style. You got some adjustments here in the front. You got 3 places to put the shocks. Shocks are plastic with metal caps and metal ends. You can dial it down. They are oil filled. Seems to be pretty good. The back is a little, it's working better now once I start pumping them. Notice it's got sway bars to control you over bumps. You can take that off if you prefer. Some metal parts around here. Pretty cool. There's metal here. There's metal hinge pins holders here, so that's a sign of good construction. Those are the weak points that snap after bouncing around. Notice it's Phillips screw hardware on it. I would prefer hex, but that's not the end of the world. But I would say personal experience, those two would, hexes, the Phillips do tend to strip easier. So make sure you have a proper fitting screwdriver, and help avoid you stripping out those screws, but you could probably easily find replacements if you did. Yeah, overview, I think it looks clean, looks good. Shock tires are bendy, so there's going to be a lot of give. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but you can look at twist that chassis. I'm twisting it probably a good almost a 1/4 inch. So this thing is going to be taking some abuse and rough and tumble. I think that's what it's meant for. I wouldn't say this is a racing model, but you could take this to the track and have fun with it. You just couldn't compete with the high-end brands that are out there, the X-Rays. But I don't think anybody would. But if you would like just to buy this as a starter, take it to the track and have fun, beginner class, I think it would work all right. You just can't do some minor adjustments like tone, camber, and stuff like that. So there's the antenna. So that's my overview of this ZD buggy. I hope to do a separate video soon of it running. It's a winter time here, and every other day in the forecast is to get anywhere 2 to 4 inches. Well, a lot of snow, a lot of shoveling. This isn't really meant to run in the snow, so we'll see if we can get that video out soon. But I wanted to do this unboxing overview as soon as possible, and I'd like to hear your thoughts about it. Leave it below in the comments. Thanks for tuning into this. I appreciate it, guys. I have links all below where this is, and if you could support me through, if you buy things from Banggood or Gearbest or RC Moment, there's links below that get us some affiliation links, and also shows that I'm getting traffic through there, and those places can send me more products to review. If you like those kind of reviews, I do also purchase some on my own from what I see. So appreciate it, guys. Hope everyone's having a good day. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.